Here are a few tips and tricks for the Chromebooks that will just help you be able to answer some of your students' questions a little bit easier. We're going to start just with the login because I know a lot of kids like to have multiple accounts. So if you'll notice, I just have one account right now. They would have multiple people's accounts on here. I'm going to show you how they're doing it, and then I'm going to show you how you can get rid of it. So down at the bottom, there's an add person. So what they're doing is they're adding their login, and give me a second, I'm going to add mine. Now that I'm adding my account, I'm going to log off and show you what it looks like now. So now you'll see I have my account and Bailey's account. So if I wanted to erase a student account, I would click the little arrow next to it and click remove this user. And then it's telling you every file that was saved is going to be deleted, anything that was saved locally. So then you could remove it down to just one person. Another thing in this screen that they have trouble with, if you look down at the bottom, every once in a while, the Chromebooks are jumping to a different connection. And I know at the elementary school, every once in a while, they'll try to connect to a printer instead. So if it's telling them they don't have a good connection here, this is where you can click down here to see what network they're trying to access and make sure it's the guest network. This is also, while we're here, how they could turn their sound on and off. A lot of times they say their sound doesn't work. Well, it's because they've clicked this button right here and it's not working. This is also where they could turn on their Chromebox or to select to speak, or the one that I think drives teachers the craziest, when they turn on that magnifier where their screen looks really, really big. So all of that is under the accessibility tab, which you can locate if you just click right over here. A few things I would go over with your students at the beginning of school if they are new to Chromebooks is just the layout of what their typical screen on their Chromebook is going to look like. When they click on the Chrome browser, it's no different than any Chrome browser they've ever worked with before. But there's a few things I would go over just to make your class run a little smoother. First off, right next to their name is all their Google apps, and I call it the waffle. I always told my kids that this is really where everything is going to be housed on your Chromebook. So this is a quick way to get to their email, Google Doc sheet, slides, anything really that you're probably going to use other than external links and Google Classroom. Another thing I would go over, and I'm going to click on Google Classroom, is how to bookmark. They catch on really, really quickly on how to bookmark. But one thing that I've noticed that we have a little bit of trouble with is we have bookmark bars that are filled up. You'll see I don't have a whole lot going on my bookmark bar because I have folders. So I would teach them early on how to organize their bookmark bar so they're not having to hunt underneath the little arrow that would be at the right-hand corner looking for a link that they had that you had them save because they have so many games on their bookmark bar. So the quickest way to bookmark is just to star. If you want them to store them in folders, and if you're going to have a bunch of links for your class, I would really suggest this. So once they click the star, they could click more, and this is going to show you the bookmark breakdown of all my folders. So if you wanted them to add a new folder, they could click new folder, label it by your class, and then click save, and then everything you would need for your math class would be underneath that folder on their bookmark bar, and then they're not having to look for it forever and a day to try to find the link they need. They can delete anything just by right-clicking on top of it. And then they can move anything they want to on their bookmark bar to a folder just by picking it up and moving it. So it's super, super easy and user-friendly up here. And the star is the quickest way for them to bookmark. If you have any questions over basic Chromebook usage, send me an email or fill out the Google form below. Thanks.